So a lot of people are up in arms about this whole situation with GTA and Netflix. They feel like this is some type of paywall situation, which I think it's not as bad as people think. Now, before people think I'm like some corporate shill or some bootlicker or whatever, I want you guys to hear me out. Like, honestly, it is not that bad. They're going to put the showcase on Netflix, and like a few hours later, you'll get to see it on YouTube. Now, I think it's a brilliant strategy, and I also think it's ridiculous at the same time. So I want to talk about this, and I also want to talk about Strauss Zelnick in his thoughts about cloud gaming. So these two things aren't necessarily intertwined, but it is something that we need to take heed of because of the fact that what's going on with the gaming industry. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I talk about gaming and everything under the umbrella. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I really, really would appreciate it. Now, before you already done typed in the comment section, probably saying that I'm talking crazy about this whole situation with Netflix and Rockstar, and you know, people shouldn't be supporting this stuff. And I agree, you should not be supporting it. And I do think that this is kind of egregious and ridiculous. But when you look at it from their standpoint, it's just the cost of doing business. And what Rockstar do, they basically do whatever they want. And I understand what they're getting at. So in this article, InsideGaming.com, I want to really address what's going on here. And I want to talk about the cloud gaming side of things. So with that being said, Strauss Zelnick addressed Netflix partnership before GTA 6 showcase. Recently in an interview by Jason Schreier of Bloomberg, the interview he discussed a partnership with Netflix and why he didn't give specifics about the deal, the deal that gave Netflix a brief exclusivity for the first look at GTA 6. He said that they were great partners and that people would understand the reason for the collaboration when they watch the event. So basically there's something behind the scenes that you're going to see once they show this or whatever the case may be. I don't really care. I just want to play the game. If the game is great, I'm definitely going to jump on it. And it's GTA, right? Like, so why not? So it is what it is. Netflix previously expressed strong interest in featuring the GTA brand on its platform. This is very important right here. The GTA trilogy launched on Netflix in 2024, which I didn't know Netflix games was a thing, but okay. And it has secured over 30 million downloads. Now, a lot of people may not think that's a lot because of the fact that GTA 6 is like GTA is everywhere. As far as like GTA 5, GTA 4, all the other ones, you basically play, you know, these games pretty much anywhere, especially GTA 5. That game is like everywhere. I think everybody bought it. I don't know how many units that they sold of GTA 5, but it's been on the top 10 list of sales probably like for like 10 or 11 years. So it's ridiculous. So with them launching the GTA trilogy on Netflix, which, you know, there's arguably a debate that that's the best version of the trilogy to play because they actually fix all the bugs. For them to get 30 million downloads on Netflix games is really unheard of. I would have never guessed that. That would not have been on my bingo card. I think everybody would have lost that trivia question if that was a thing. So I think that has something to do with it. The fact that they're just trying to continue to grow that side of the gaming space where GTA and Netflix is actually, you know, building something there, because 30 million downloads is nothing to sneeze at, especially on a place like Netflix games. That is something that is, you know, you really don't think about. So when it comes to the other part of this video I wanted to talk about is the cloud gaming side of things. So during the investor call, Zelnick praised the future of cloud gaming and streaming your titles rather than relying on dedicated hardware, which is becoming increasingly expensive. Now, this right here is a really big problem. If you're a traditionalist like me and want to play on your own hardware, like your console or your PC or your handheld, this is something you got to be really wary of, because these guys at Rockstar, they do move the needle. A lot of people don't want to admit that. They don't want to really think about it, but they do move the needle when things happen. And if they get on board with this cloud gaming stuff, you better believe other companies are going to do it, and even platforms will decide to try to go cloud gaming, especially with all of the stuff that's going on with these RAM prices and all the parts to build consoles and PCs right now. So this is something that's way more important than this Netflix collaboration, because like Netflix, it is what it is, right? So let's look at this. Even when we support, this is what he said. He said, even when we supported Stadia some years ago, at the same time we were supporting Stadia about concerns about latency. You're right. Certain things remain perpetually in the future, like nuclear fusion, which is perpetually 30 years away. Although people don't think of it it's not now. I hope it's not. I don't think that that's the case here because enormous advances in hyperscaler networks, that's like the AI stuff, and advances in edge network technology. I think, for an example, there's one player in the market that's looking to roll out a significant edge network that would address latency, at least in the US. I picked 3 years kind because we know it's not tomorrow. I don't think it's 5 years, of course. I could be wrong, but we're not betting any of our companies on this. So even he knows that this is not a thing. And personally, I don't have a big issue with cloud gaming because I have tried it on like PSN now, and it's okay if you have a hard wire and good internet, and it's okay. It's not something that I would like want to do or whatever, but at the end of the day, I understand how people could play it, and I guess they'll get an okay experience. Me personally, I want to do with it, even though I think it's all right. I just don't want to deal with it because there it's just it's not, it doesn't replace what we have now as far as real hardware. But when you look at a company like Take Two, or you look at people who run GTA and they say they want to move the needle with these type of things, they may be wrong. This stuff may fail, but they are going to try to push it. And if they got any sort of success with it, they're probably going to end up, going along with it. And in the real bootlickers and the real people who are corporate slaves, are you going to accept that just because GTA did it? Now, that's the real question. And not only that, do other companies follow suit? In which I think that that's a possibility. That is the biggest issue that I take from this whole article. The Netflix and GTA thing, that is something that other companies may try as well. I mean, these companies basically try to get rich or die trying. That's basically how they do it. I mean, they fail so many times. There's only a few times where they're actually truly successful in most cases. Like you see now, there's a lot of games that come out now, they release, they don't do what they're supposed to do, and they get a lot of layoffs. They basically fail. So it is not that much of a difference where a game comes out and it somewhat succeeds, and then there's some that are failed. It's almost like a 50-50. But a game like GTA 6 is not going to fail. And that's why they can get away with doing stuff like this. They can get away with going to Netflix and trying to put their stuff on a cloud gaming so they could play it. Like you just got to think about it. 30 million people downloaded that game off Netflix games. That is absolutely ridiculous. But at the end of the day, that's how people want to roll, and apparently it is bringing some headway because people are buying and they're playing these games on these platforms and they're having an okay time. Now, for me, like I said, I tried it with PlayStation Now. It was an okay experience, but like I said, you have to be hardwired and you got to have a decent internet, or I ain't gonna say decent. You're gonna have to have a very solid internet connection just to see where it blurs the lines of you actually thinking that you're playing on real hardware. So, I don't think that'll be something for everybody, but for me, it was just okay. I played single player games and it didn't need that much of an input to play these certain games. Like I would never play like fighting games or certain platformers or any time based, inputs on any of this stuff, but it was all right. But nevertheless, like I said, this is what you're dealing with now when it comes to Take Two. This is the reason why they did this Netflix thing. This is the reason why they're trying to jump the cloud gaming, because of money. And like I said, a lot of these companies, they get rich or die trying. That's just the way they do. And like he even said in this article, like they don't know if it's going to be the future. They're not going to bet their company on it, but they're going to willing to give it a shot. And the only way that it really works if you, the consumer, take heed to it. No matter how bad the quality is, if they can make money off of it, trust and believe they're going to continue to try it. So that is something that you really need to think about as well. Are you going to jump on it? Because there's some people who jump to this Netflix thing like it was nothing. I don't watch TV, so I can care less about Netflix. I just use these monitors and televisions to play video games outside of watching football. And yeah, and this is another thing. I'm gonna get out of here because I'm about to go on a tangent. A lot of these football games in the NFL, they're cool to watch, but they're starting to put games on Netflix. They did that last year. I'll have another way to watch those games. I will not be subscribing to Netflix for 1 or 2 games. I wouldn't be doing this for a lot of other games, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah, that's the way it goes. And I don't know. Y'all guys, let me know what you guys think about this. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed. Peace.